The class of 2021, please be seated. At this time, please direct your attention to the Jumbotron for our message from the class of 2021.
Hello, my name is Cameron Tucson, and welcome to the 2021 Princeton High School Graduation Ceremony.
Hola, mi nombre es Jasmine García. Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación de la Escuela Preparatoria Princeton del 2021.
Over the past 4 years at Princeton, we've been empowered for college, career, and life success.
Durante los últimos 4 años en Princeton, hemos sido empoderados para el éxito universitario, profesional y en la vida.
We've worked hard to achieve this goal, and today is our big day, celebration of our achievements.
Hemos trabajado duro para alcanzar esta meta, y hoy es nuestro gran día, la celebración de nuestros logros.
As we recognize our senior class, we ask that you please refrain from shouting and calling out after your graduate's name is called, so that other guests may hear their graduate's name.
Mientras reconocemos nuestra clase de seniors, les pedimos por favor que no griten o hagan mucho escándalo después de que nombren a su graduado, para que todos nuestros invitados puedan escuchar los nombres de sus graduados.
Please help us make today special for everyone. On behalf of the class of 2021, we thank you so much for supporting us as we graduate.
Por favor, ayúdanos a hacer este día especial para todos. De parte del clase del 2021, les damos las gracias por estar aquí apoyándonos al graduarnos.
At this time, please stand as our NJROTC color guard presents the colors and remain standing for our national anthem, the retiring of colors, and Princeton's alma mater.
Whose brush strikes and bright stars through
Please give one more round of applause for our band, our a cappella choir. We have some distinguished guests on stage with us today, and please stand to be recognized as I call your name. Mrs. Chrissy Grable, Senior Class Counselor. Mrs. Andrea Burrows, Senior Class Counselor. Ms. Kristen Rojas, Principal, Princeton Innovation Center. Dr. Kevin Jemison, Executive Director of Human Resources. Mrs. Tanya West Wright, Assistant Superintendent, Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Mary Phillips, Princeton City School District Associate Superintendent. And our first speaker, Mr. Tom Burton, Princeton City School District Superintendent.
A couple more introductions before I make a few remarks. Our board president, Dr. Lillian Hawkins. Our board vice president, Ms. Susan Wider. Board member, Mary Cleveland. Board member, Gina Ruffin-Moore. And board member, John Simons. Also, we have several administrators that are here that support and lift all of you. If all the administrators would please stand to be recognized. Well, good afternoon. And what a good afternoon it is. Congratulations to the 2021 class at Princeton High School, graduating class 2029. That's right. Some of you have been in Princeton for 13 years. We heard the story. Others perhaps came 4 years ago, some still more recently. Regardless of when you arrived at Princeton, after today, you will forever be a Viking. As I'm preparing my comments for today, I thought about a picture that hangs outside my office. It was a picture of several elementary schools who formed the shape of a P. I always thought the picture was awesome, but never really knew the story behind the P. Well, lo and behold, I found out several months ago that it was actually this graduating class, third graders, who were stood to make the P. So if you were a third grader standing at the then Viking Stadium, would you please stand if you were here, third grader that stood on the field. Stand up if you're a third grader that made that P. Look at all these students. All these students since third grade or beyond. Thank you. You may have a seat. To the class of 2021, I'd like you to look around the arena for 1 second. I'm going to take a chance here. If you are a Princeton alum, if you would please stand to be recognized. If you graduated from Princeton High School, yes. Look at that. Proud alums of Princeton High School. Thank you. As I've talked about before, there's something about Princeton. It's a Princeton pride. It's a feeling of excellence. And while every day is certainly not perfect, the reality is we work together, we get stronger, and we get better. And it's this together part that I'd like to talk a little bit about. Over the past 3 weeks, there have been a plethora of activities, sporting events, concerts, whether it's art, music, athletic awards, scholarships were plentiful. In fact, this year's graduating class will continue the tradition of earning over $1 million of scholarships, well over $1 million. Let's give that a big round of applause. Well, I don't like to single out a group or a student, but I feel it's appropriate as I make this metaphor today. Our boys 4x100 relay team broke the GMC record last Friday, running a blistering 41.88. Big round of applause. Well, you see, I've talked to their coach quite a few times this year, and he always talked about his great team, and he always talked about this unbelievable relay that I had to see. Each runner depending upon the other for success. Sometimes things got tough, but the team stuck together. They were resilient, persevering by communication and by standing together, regardless of the circumstance. Over the course of 4 years, and especially this last year and a half, we've had some challenges together, and you've had some challenges individually. But standing together was critical. Even though you've had challenges, you've all been part of a very special team that you carry with you right now. The people that lift you up, that are there by your side. It's your family, your friends, and the staff at Princeton. If you are a family member of a graduate, if you would please stand. Let's give them a big round of applause. Class of 2021, your team. An old coach of mine said that it's not just about getting up the hill, it's what you do after that hill. It's about pushing off the hill. Years after that comment, I find unbelievable wisdom in that. Sometimes we set goals for ourselves. After we reach them, we feel like we've done it all. Well, today you've reached a goal, graduation. But there's so much more in life that you have ahead of you. Those going to college, those going directly into the world of work, those that are going to serve selflessly, give selflessly to our country. Continue to set goals, continue to strive, continue to realize that you're part of a wonderful team that you carry with you today, tomorrow, and into the future. Again, your family, friends, and staff at Princeton. I trust that you feel empowered as a Viking to be a difference maker in the world. Lastly, I'm very proud to be superintendent of a district that values equity, diversity, and inclusion. Proud to work alongside caring, passionate, bright, and thoughtful educators who give time and time and time again. Proud to say to the class of 2021, you are ready for the next journey. You are ready for the next step. And you will forever be a Viking. Thank you. Now it's my pleasure to introduce your class, your co-class presidents, and that's Nadia and Ornella. Thank you.
Sorry. Hello and welcome, everyone. It's an honor to speak to you all today. I'm going to make this short but sweet. I want to start off by saying that I thank God for everything in my life. The strength and support He instills in me every day is remarkable. Standing in front of you all is surreal. Let me tell you, I think I've had senioritis since the first day of freshman year, and I think a few can vouch for that. To all the staff members that have been there through tough times with me and shared kind words and sound advice, to the ones who simply shared a smile while passing to my class, you have completely played a humongous part in my life that I will never forget, and I thank you for that. Although I can't say I know each and every one of you personally, I know our paths have definitely crossed one way or another, and I can't express how proud I am of you all. I can confidently say that I don't think I would have made it anywhere else but Princeton. This is beyond just a school, especially to me. This school is a family, a place where I will forever hold near and dear to my heart. I will hold on to every memory and opportunities this school has given. To all the parents, guardians, and to anyone who has played a part in guidance, thank you. I can say that this is your graduation as much as it is ours. Your kids have grown to be such unique, gifted, and beautiful souls, and you should be proud that you get to share this special filled day with them. To my parents specifically, I've always said that giving you the world would never be in comparison to everything you do each and every day. I dream big as I can, to make up for all the times that the two of you worked hard and skipped out on your dreams to make mine possible. Usually I would say that you two are the lucky ones to have a daughter like me, but in reality, I think I'm the lucky one, because you two truly are one in a million. I promise that I will push to be the best version of myself, and I will continue setting an example for my beautiful sister to follow. I can't wait to reflect on this 10 years from now. Although my heart breaks a little to have reached the end of this chapter, this is only the start of a new one. And no matter where you go, just make sure you're genuinely happy and take every day as it comes. Don't give up and don't forget where it all started. I have no doubt in my mind I will see you all do amazing things. Before I pass the mic over, I want you all to take a second and look around. You made it. You're here. And you should be extremely proud of yourselves for that. And now I'm going to introduce my best friend and my amazing co-president, Ornella Siakam.
I am extremely overjoyed to be able to stand before my classmates here today and say that we have all reached the long-awaited end of a journey that began about 13 years ago. I can recollect a distant memory of myself sitting in my first grade classroom at Springdale Elementary, as deep in thought as a 6-year-old can get, mesmerized by the idea of graduating. I remember calculating 12 years from that date and getting the number 2021 and not fully comprehending what it meant. But after many years, here we are, in May of 2021, minutes from walking this stage, getting our diplomas, and graduating. And I finally think I get it now. I'm well aware that these past 2 school years have been very far from what you'd expect a junior and senior year of high school to be. And we found ourselves in this position due to reasons that are far from our control. But I've always been taught that no matter what, if you look hard enough, you will always find the positive of whatever situation you find yourself in. And I know from these 2 difficult years, my classmates and I have learned life lessons that we will hold on to and cherish for the rest of our lives. Appreciate the little things and never take anything you have at this moment for granted, because you never know when it will be gone. Class of 2021, take a good look to your left and to your right. Look at who's sitting in front of you and at those behind you. Never forget these faces. These individuals who are seated amongst have played an important role in helping guide and build the foundation of who we all are. Our peers have watched us and aided us as we've grown from being confused, naive, immature freshmen, nervous to take on the new endeavor being high school, to seniors who have developed traits of resiliency and strength, ready to take on the next steps needed to conquer the real world that we will soon tread into. Take a long look at the rest of the crowd that surrounds us today. It is filled with parents, guardians, teachers, administrators, and mentors who have shared one common goal since day one of meeting us. They've pushed us to our limits, and they have challenged us to do better every day, all with our well-being and interest in mind. Thank you to you all for sacrificing for us, instilling in us a sense of belonging, and continuously caring for what our futures would look like. I want to thank my family, but more specifically my mother, my only parent, the one who stayed behind to raise me and my 2 brothers simply because she loved us and believed in us. All these years were not easy, but you and I fought through, and I know that everything that you've ever done was to help me become the best version of myself. You sacrificed everything you could to get me to the position I am today, and Mommy, none of this would be possible without you. I love you, and I promise one day I will give it back to you times 1,000. Though we are all different in as many possible ways one can imagine, we will forever be united through the Viking spirit. I am excited to see the great things that this class will go off to accomplish and how we will find ways to influence the new environments we will find ourselves in. I end this by saying that I'm extremely honored to have been both president and co-president of such an amazing class of beautiful people. And in this bittersweet moment, I can proudly say that in some way, shape, or form, we have all been prepared for college, career, and life success. And one last time, as we always say, go Vikes. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the class of 2021 Salutatorian, A.J. White.
Welcome, class of 2021. This graduation has been 18 years in the making, and what a crazy final year it has been. My name is AJ White, and I'm honored to be this year's Salutatorian. Despite all of the hardships and challenges we faced, especially with COVID-19, we've managed to push through to graduation. I'd like to give special thanks to all staff, administration, teachers, and custodians for creating a safe and effective learning environment. Without their hard work and dedication, we would not be graduating together here today. I'd also like to thank, I'd also like to thank God, my parents, family, and friends for supporting me, motivating me, and believing in me as I struggled through this final year. The immense amount of work from all these people is the reason why I'm up here today. So remember to thank all of those who helped you through this difficult year. Even though our senior year came with a lot of unknowns, we've experienced and learned some important life lessons. Never take anything for granted. Take a moment to remember where you were when you found out about the mandated quarantine. I was at my water polo practice, and our coach told us we would be out of school for a while. Everyone thought the coronavirus pandemic would blow over in a few weeks, but we were wrong. Our normal day-to-day life can radically be changed overnight, just like ours was March of last year. Always cherish the time you have with family, friends, and loved ones, because that can disappear in an instant. The coronavirus pandemic also showed us that if we adapt to a challenge, we can overcome it. As Vikings, we had to adopt new learning methods with an abnormal school year. With all of the challenges of mask wearing, social distancing, and remote learning, we are graduating here together. I believe that if we can adapt to the coronavirus pandemic challenges, we can adapt to life's next great challenges, college or future occupations. This year is definitely going down in history, and what an incredible story we'll have for future generations to come. It is my honor here today to introduce a very special girl who happens to be the valedictorian and also my girlfriend of 4 years. I'd like to personally thank Andrea for sticking by my side and challenging me through high school. Together, we have taken advantage of several opportunities offered by Princeton. We have been a part of the Princeton Music Department since middle school. Andrea plays the guitar, the violin, and the piano, and she's a member of the symphonic orchestra and the jazz ensemble. I play the trumpet, and I'm a part of the symphonic band, marching band, and the jazz ensemble as well. We have both earned college credit through the various CP, or AP, IB, and CCP courses offered by Princeton High School. And together, we have racked up more than 100 college credit hours. One of our teachers, Mr. O'Connor, gave us a nickname that fits us perfectly. He would call us a power couple because of our academic abilities and work ethics. Throughout high school, Andrea and I have been competing for the valedictorian position, but she's always managed to stay on top. In the classroom, Andrea tries to be the best student she can be, always shooting to go above and beyond the teacher's expectations. She also loves and cares for her friends and fellow classmates in a selfless way. For these reasons, Andrea sets the perfect role model for what the ideal student at Princeton should be. Our relationship has shaped me into the person I am today, and I believe we can accomplish anything together as we enter the next chapter of our life at UC. Without further ado, here's Princeton High School's class of 2021 valedictorian, Andrea George.
Good afternoon, Princeton High School class of 2021. Welcome, administration, faculty, all of the support staff, friends, and most especially our families. I thank God for my many blessings and for allowing me to be here today. I would like to thank my parents for their unconditional love and encouragement throughout my entire life. I would also like to thank my sisters. They constantly motivate me to be better, and especially better than them. I would like to thank my grandparents for always praying for me. I would also like to thank my amazing friends and boyfriend for their daily support. To the teachers, thank you for making us more than just a job. You've all given us so many things: time, wisdom, and the confidence in our potential, even when we couldn't see it for ourselves. Teachers like Mrs. Williams and Miss Adams especially give exceptional hugs. We all have so many people that deserve credit for helping us take the steps that led us to this day. So this day is not only for us, but for them as well. It feels like just yesterday, my dad was putting me on the bus for the first day of kindergarten, back when 8:30 in the morning felt early. 12 years later, we're back on a bus for the last time, getting ready to get our diplomas. Well, hopefully it's the last time we're on a school bus. Aside from differential equations and that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, one of the biggest lessons that I've learned this year is regardless of how much you prepare for the future or how much you think you know exactly what the future is going to look like, things may not always go as planned. Kind of like the teacher, you know the one. You go through the notes every day, you study for the test all night, and you still fail the test. I think we all could think of someone. All of us knew exactly what we thought our senior year was going to look like. Not like this. None of us expected to be in school part-time with no football games, no homecoming, some concerts, just other high school experiences we were looking forward to having. But learning how to deal with these changes has made us stronger. Many of us are radically different from who we were when the pandemic began. Things that were important to us back then may not seem so important now that we know how fast things can change. It's reaffirmed our bonds, strength, and values. You know, my mom always said some of the most important lessons we learned were taught in kindergarten. Things like treat others the way you want to be treated, help others, wash your hands, sharing is caring, and leaving things better than how you found them. It is our responsibility going into the world to leave it better than how we found it. So don't think of this year as the year we survived, but rather the year we were strengthened by. So many things were different this year. Some of the things I also learned are how easy it is to sleep through Zooms, how nice it is to carry backpacks to class, and how especially nice it is to get out of school at 12:30. One of my favorite memories this year was the senior picnic we had earlier last month. It may just be because it was one of the only events we had gotten, but it really made me realize that we're not just peers, not just classmates, not just people we see in the hallways every once in a while, but rather a family. We owe so much to our school and the people that have made our school what it is, and to each other. We owe so much to the teachers that have made our high school experience what it is too. From MJ Fridays in Miss Williams' class, or T Tuesdays in IB Physics, or just having my eyes opened in Setters in Stevens' class. We've been so lucky to have teachers willing to give their everything to us. We've all worked so hard to be here today, saying, I did it, and we did it, and we were able to do it together. We can do anything, and I hope that you all remember this as we leave this place and go our separate ways. This was not the way we wanted to end years of hard work, but we should still celebrate the years of work we put in and cherish the moments we've spent together. Congratulations, everyone, and as always, go Vikes. It is now my pleasure to introduce Dr. Lillian Hawkins, President of the Princeton City School Board.
Good afternoon, and congratulations, senior class of 2021. We are so proud of the accomplishments that you have made during this second year of pandemic. The members of the Board of Education and I congratulate you. We thank you for persevering. Thank you for adapting. Thank you for continuing to excel. And thank you for being a Viking. Now, being a Viking has responsibilities. As a Viking, you are expected to never forget from whence you came. We don't expect you to graduate and take your diploma and never come back. We need you to reach back and share your advancements and be a beacon for your fellow underclassmen. Continue the Princeton tradition. We expect you to stay connected to Princeton. Part of who you are and who you will be 5 years from now and 10 years from now is a part of what you got from being a Princeton Viking. So you have been empowered, as was said before, for college and career and life success. But we expect you to use that success and to share it with Princeton. So do your best, which we're confident that you always will, and may your success be exemplary representation of Princeton. People will be asking you, where did you go to high school? Because it will show who you are. So we ask you to go forth, be proud, and go Vikes. Next will be Principal Bulmer.
Good afternoon, Vikes. And today is Sunday, May 16th. And on this day in the year 2021, our Vikes sitting in front of me will earn their horns. You know, I've been given the privilege and the honor to give the class challenge. Though the challenge has been implemented earlier in the year, it's been communicated, it's been shared, and it's been seen, and that is the three characteristics of a Viking. The ability to work hard, be resilient, and pride, Viking pride. I'd like to just take a couple of minutes, and talk about each characteristic. You know, it's been said that those who have a strong work ethic can defeat those who have talent when talent doesn't want to work. All you students that are sitting in front of me have demonstrated this characteristic of hard work for the last 4 years. And for that, we're proud of you. You know, Coach Mancuso, our legendary coach, used to tell his players and his staff, if you make a mistake, make it 100 miles per hour. We can correct the mistake, we just can't correct the effort. Resiliency, our second characteristic. This class, more than any other class possibly in Princeton history, has demonstrated resiliency more so than any others that were before them. What you had to endure the last year and a half with the pandemic speaks volumes of your character, and we applaud you for that. We applaud you for that. That's right. The last characteristic is pride, Viking pride. You know, there was a wise man who worked in Ralston Purina off Mostella Road in Sharonville, which is now known as General Mills, who once said to me, son, no matter what you do in life, whatever your job is, whether you go on to coach Little League or you become the troop leader for your daughter's Girl Scout, do it with pride and take a great work ethic with you. Princeton, here's my challenge. Continue to work hard, continue to be resilient, and continue to have pride, Viking pride. Continuation of these three characteristics will lead you in success for college, career, and life. Class of 2021, all of us sitting here, all your former staff members, all your former teachers, the administration, we will all be here for you and care for you. We want you to celebrate with your families. I want everybody to help me out with this. I want everybody to celebrate with your families, have a great day, And as always, go Vikes. Okay. At this time, we will do the presentation of diplomas. If I could have Mrs. Lampy and Mr. Bates. Row 1, row A.
Andrea George, Aaron White, James Moores, Ashley Boyd, Thomas Benjamin Jr., Madeline Sherwood, Joshua Kinney, Ella Hiles, Joey Lynn, Matthew M., Amayoe Joshua, Damian Tilley, Elena Monin, Abiga Kabede, Naomi Rust, Nathan Anderson, Rachel Hammonds, Brooklyn Bowen, Agan Morganroth, Awa Cham,
Ornella Siakam, Rashad Collier, Shanice Ray, Franklin Thompson, Hector Solis, Austin Allen, Douglas Bartolome Roblero, Krishan Bates, Gabriel Beheimer, Gerson Benal Vincente, Ryan Bissell, Parker Bishop, Dante Blackwell, Leroy Bowers, Thomas Boyd, William Brandt, Grace Abrams, Lima Amadze, Eileen Mendoza, Anelanaki Albert.
Rachel Alonso, Nadia Arar, Natalie Armenta, Kanisha Armstrong, Alexia Badgett, Dildora Batiarova, Gabrielle Blue, Janaya Barber, Edgar Bravo Santizo, Bishop Brees, Sincere Bridges, Xavier Brinkman, Dylan Buell, Arnold Bueso Jimenez, Darren Buis, Jonathan Caldwell, Nathan Calvert, Cody Carlson, Jacinto Carrillo Perez, Logan Casey,
Cindy Barrera Lopez, Maya Bennett, Dominique Bruton, Jaden Broadnax, Brianna Brown, Alexis Brown, Israelia Brown, Shazia Brown, Shavaz Brown, Melana Buchanan, Kirsten Bullock, Larissa Bernice Bird, Derek Chandler, Stephen Schulte, Jared Clark, Antoine Clark, Philip Cole, Nicholas Corona, Gavin Crawford, Cody Crisp,
Sean Crowley, Jaime Cooks, Keontae Dangerfield Bates, Christian De Leon Sanchez, Taryn Cash, Evelyn Castro, Yuridiana Chacon, Lena Shamlagai, Destiny Chandler, Rihanna Chismerick, Sandy Chun Domingo, Jayla Clark, Jada Colbert, Ava Cole, Hortensia Constanza Ambrosio, Micaiah Corbett, Henry Diaz, Jonathan Diaz Lopez, Braulio Domingo, Donovan Dublin,
Elijah Ellington, Solomon Erkins, Carlos Escalante Berdu, Cody Essen, Adam Fields, Dan Flores, D'Angelo Foster, Malik Givens, Ormila Crawford, Tia Davis, Amy DeLeon, Kanaya Dexter, Kania Dexter, Jalea Martin, Martha Domingo Morales, Madison DeBose, Niall Dunkley, Hannah Edmonds, Christiana English Lasky, Valerie Esquivel.
Derek Frierson, Braden Furnish, Cameron Gaines, Nolan Gardner, Huriel Gomez de Leon, Juan Gonzalez Perez, Devin Green, Jonathan Griffin, Xander Hamilton, Zion Harris, John Harris, Cameron Tucson, Nakia Yuri, Sierra Evans, Ashley Fish, Nina Floyd, Ariana Fluker, Jennifer Galan, Heidi Galvez Morales, Jasmine Garcia,
Zulabeth Garcia Garcia, Estella Soto, Gracie Gary, Daisy Godot Arana, Marvin Harshaw, Tyron Heath, Gabriel English, Leishan Hill, Gregory Hillman, David Holtz, Luke Hoover, Logan Hoskins, Quincy Hughes, Jason Hyde, Edward M., Lamont Jackson, Karen Gonzalez Ramirez, Carmelita Gonzalez, Janelle Gray, Jennifer Guerrero,
Alessi Hall, Justice Harris, Dulce Hernandez Reyes, Mallory Hinton, Tyra Howard, Ariana Huckabee, Kirsten Hunley, Christian Amore Hutchings, Tashawn Jackson, Hallen Hieronymus Salas, Gregory Johnson II, Gregory Johnson, Josiah Johnson, Jacoby Johnson, Alex Juarez Hernandez, John Knox, Deshaun Lattimore, Rashawn Lee, Logan Maxim, Michael Maley,
Nia Jackson, Maria Jimenez, Kaya Johnson, Abigail Johnson, Markia Johnson, Nashe Johnson, Tanaya Jones, Taryn Jones, Shania Keenan, Leona Killington, Aubrey Colleen, Chantel Lackey, Roel Marcus, Taj Marshall Talbert, Marvin Martin Urez, Deontay Matthews, Jamarion Matthews, Amari Mathis, Titan Maury, Perry McCarthy,
Peyton McCarthy, Kyle McDaniel, Jacob McGregor, Jaron McLean, Dana Lease, Maria Lenhart, Alexandra Lindblad, Rosalind Renee Lindsay, Lacey Long, Cindy Lopez, Christian Lopez, Yennefer Lopez Lopez, Liliana Lopez Roblero, Jade Lewis, Christy Long, Megan Lyons, Francisco Mendoza Mendoza, Octavia Matthews, Trinity McDaniel, Brandon Miller,
Christopher Miller, Maria Mendoza, Trinity Merity, Juan Montez de Oca, Eric Mormon, Michael Morgan, Lissy Mancada Enriquez, Lilana Moore, Montserrat Morales, Trevor Morris, James Murray, Javon Neal, Raven Morris, Aaliyah Monkaila, Jocelyn Neri Izaldi, Christopher Nye, Aaron Oliver, Jesse Overson, Jorge Ortez Lopez, Sneham Patel,
Derek Pates, Cameron Patton, Abilio Perez Matias, Breasia O'Neill, Yasmaya Parker, Kayla Parks, Alicia Patton, Carlos Perez Soto, Maddox Phillips, Manuel Pinacho Cortez, Jabari Pointer, Jasmine Peñas, Katie Perez Sandoval, Heidi Perez Santizo, Catherine Perez Pacheco, Colin Poole, Marcus Pratcher, Kevin Ramirez, Jason Randall, Durley Perez Santizo,
Haley Perkins, Scarlett Pomerine, Leah Powers, James Randolph, Noah Ratliff, Charles Redmond, Torrin Reed, Julia Ramsey, Chandra Raseli, Kaylee Redding, Hannah Reed, Ryan Remenga, Jalen Roberson, Jordan Robinson, Quintez Robinson, Erwin Rodriguez, Trinity Reed, Jaylene Reese Adams, Eric Trujo, Avant Rowe,
Kyra Richardson, Reese Reap, Pedro Sanchez Carrillo, Malik Smith, Fred Stevens, Lexi Rashar, Janiyah Wright Willingham, Madison Rochelle, Mark Stockman, Tyrone Tanks, Brandon Thomas, Kenyana Rutherford, Amelia Savage, Asia Scott, Shondale Thomas, Marcus Thompson, Jenny Modena Lopez, Samuel Turner, Chelsea Selker, Ariane Turner,
Lucille Suche, Jamal Valeris, Richard Tyree, Angela Scurro, Alexis Varela, Zion White, Liston Watson, Paul Von Prochan, Kinsey Spurlock Flowers, Shaye Smith, Kyla Smith, Kania Smith, Ryan Williams, Kai Williams, Alex Williams, Jamie Thompson, Caitlin Stroll, Karikas Williams, Ariana Smith, Kaylin Wooten,
Charles Wren, Alexander Trim, Mathilde Ventura Marquin, Yisma Israel, Yamia Israel, Olin Young, Alexis Walters, Kashira Weathers, Destiny Wheeler, Esmilson Zapet Sanchez, Jayana Black, Asa Middlebrook, Kiesia White, Maria White, Germani Whitman, Giselle Rodriguez, April Zanders, Sainabu Cham, Rayana Wilkinson, Ebony Williams, Jalea Williams, Sainabu Ndoye, Tylen Ware, Taylor Wimberly.
The class of 2021, will you please stand? At this time, I would like to ask our Board of Education President, Dr. Lillian Hawkins, to come up front.
You guys need to sit down. It's the students' time to stand. You guys need to sit down. It's the students' time.
Princeton High School graduate candidates, you have met the requirements set by the State of Ohio Department of Education, as well as the requirements set by the Princeton City School District Board of Education. Therefore, by the powers vested in me as the Princeton City School Board President, it is my honor to introduce you as the Princeton High School graduates of the class of 2021. Please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.